say goodnight, okay? I love you. Sweet dreams of the night, okay? Hey, I love you. Sweet dreams of the night. You get some rest, okay? I'm sorry, Daddy didn't get to say hi to you much today, okay? I'll see you more tomorrow, okay? Can I have a hug? Thank you. All right, I love you. Sweet dreams of good night, okay? I love you. Mwah. I love you. Don't go there. That's okay.
It's not super weak either. I thought about going there.
Hey,
Because you
guys.
shouldn't have to use your brakes much here. Like maybe like a slight trail
trail breaks
brake.
3 and
You
4.
might just tiny bit, yeah.
Good luck tonight, guys.
Thanks, bud.
You are looking live down at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Concord, North Carolina, as we get ready for race number 3 of the Great Lakes Truck Series, Black Horizon Truck Series in season number 5. It is going to be a wild one tonight. A very big event, a very big field, and who knows what is going to take place when we are done here after 180 miles as we welcome you in to the Precision Plus Setup Shop 180 here at the virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway here on iRacing. I am the captain, Chris Scala. Welcome in to one of the funnest nights you will be a part of here in iRacing, and that is a Wednesday night with the Great Lakes Truck Series. Getting ready for 123 laps of racing on this track. Qualifying just about to wrap up. As a matter of fact, get his chest wrapped up, and we are about to go down to the grid here and see how everything is going to line up for this race. But first, we appreciate everybody here joining us this evening for this race. A little bit of a late start, so I apologize for that. But we are here tonight, and we are ready to have a great time on this 1.5 mile track. So get ready for the fun, which is in store for you. So last week at Homestead Miami Speedway, Christopher Dean went to pit road. Everybody went to pit road at one point, but went to victory lane for the second time in his career, being the second winner in 2 starts. Will we see a third winner in 3 starts? That is the million-dollar question. But tonight, everybody's brought their A game, and we're going to see it tonight as we look at the starting lineup here for the race. Dylan Parker on the pole. He will start alongside Ricky Springer, who had one of his worst finishes in his career here on in the Great Lakes Sim Racing Series last week. He will start P2. Alex Cummings making his second career start alongside Brian Sutphin. Clark Gennikin making his third career start, I believe it is tonight, next to Caden Atkins. Cody Beatty, Jason Dalton. We'll have a story about him coming up in a few minutes, racing with a very heavy heart. This evening we'll share that story here, as I said, in a moment. J.W. Miller, Sean Peach in row number 5. Row 6, Dane Cruz, and there's last week's winner, the 48 of the Dean Machine. Gruz, Samuel Fontaine, he'll start there in the 13th position alongside William Calhoun, making a return tonight here at Charlotte. Blaine Sparling, Noah Maori in row number 8. Row 9, there's Bryce McCoon coming off a top 5 finish in his first start with Ben Pierce. Brandon Alphin, Alan Best, they will start in row number 10. Row 11, Jason Clark, Justin Bondurant. Row 12, Cedric Ingram making another appearance tonight alongside Tyler Brewer. Matt Telder, Anthony Marshall, they'll have row number 13. Robert Johnson and Tim Abril in row 14. Row 15, Sam Barnes, and once again a terrible qualifying effort for Zach Allman not to start. He is wanted for the attempt to go for back-to-back championships this season. Lucas Dreyer and Drift, they'll take row number 16. Row 17, Brandon Trajembo, Chris Evans, and the 35th starter tonight is going to be Robert Lukens as the crew in the field roll off. A huge field, one of the biggest fields in this series history as they get ready again to go for 123 laps, 180 miles around this track. Hello, Angel Volante. Thank you for watching this evening. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody watching this evening. Up to 16 viewers already. I screwed up the link tonight. Had to repost one really quickly to get everybody to watch. But you see Dylan Parker, first career pole this evening in the number 3 Precision Plus Setup Shops Chevy Silverado as we get ready to come to the green flag for, again, 123 laps and 180 miles. Pace truck is in the hands of Parker and Springer coming to the green flag. Here we go, Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're racing in race number 3. Watching a great fight here for the lead. Sorry, I had a phone call coming real quickly I had to take. But you see Springer and Parker going back and forth here as they've already swapped the lead twice. Up here in the front, you see Alex Cummings up to the third position at 63 truck. The two of Caden Atkins, Brian Sutphin, your top five. And right behind him is Jason Dalton in that number 4 truck. Now you're going to notice some paint schemes on the truck that say Odell Dalton. And you know that Jason is one of those guys. He will run paint schemes in honor of people. He actually ran a paint scheme in this series last season, paying homage to my daughter, who has unfortunately been diagnosed with celiac disease, which is where you can only eat gluten-free foods. So he actually paid tribute to kind of put the recognition out there, and I'm still grateful to this day for it. And one thing I want to share the story about him tonight. Jason wanted me to get this on as early as possible because basically this is something that hits them very, very hard. And basically the story is this. Back on August 21st, so a month ago yesterday, Odell, who is Uncle Odell, it's Wayburn Odell Dalton, passed away tragically. He left behind his wife Darlene and 2 sons, Stephen and Kevin Dalton. They're actually watching the race this evening, so we appreciate those guys watching. But you know, he was a part of 2 tour combats, veteran in Vietnam, and also was an SP5. He was a Huey crew chief and a door gunner during his time in the Army. But Sutphin and Dalton are honoring him tonight at Charlotte, which was the last track that Odell watched a NASCAR race at. And they were both able to be there with him for his sons and his dad and his brother and so on and so forth. So they're running those paint schemes tonight to show his life on the trucks, including the Purple Heart, which is on the tailgates. We'll show you those here in a minute. And he's got a couple quotes on there. One we'll see flippin', and the other, all he always said was flipping this or that. I'm guessing instead of another word. And the other one was I walk along, which was a military tattoo he got in the service. But Odell was one of a kind and one of the most helpful, loving men you would ever meet. That came from Jason and from Brian. So just a great tribute they're doing tonight to pay honor to their uncle, Wayburn Odell Dalton. So we do this for you guys tonight and appreciate all of what our soldiers and veterans do for this country. So much appreciated there. So Springer has finally gotten the lead from Dylan Parker. He's got 1/10 of a second as this draft playing a really big role. You see Caden Atkins up there. You see the 81 Agenican, Alex Cummings, Sean Peachin all in this battle as we're already 7 laps into this race. And yes, my voice is kind of sounding hoarse. I've had a kind of a long day again. I seem to have these a lot anymore, right? Just saying. Down to back straightaway. The draft playing a really big role here. You have what I'm seeing here, roughly 30 of the 35 trucks that have started this race are in this pack right here on the track. We rhyme with Cody Beatty in the top 10 right now. Actually just outside the top 10, the 11th position. Cody started 7th and has fallen back to 11th. And back up to 10th. There you see the 99 of Calhoun. He's rolling up that outside right now. And to the outside for the lead, Dylan Parker, bringing Genick and his teammate with him. And it looks like problems for Drift at the beginning of this race. Not sure what happened, but Drift is nearly a lap down right now. And I think we just lost Alex Cummings. Alex Cummings was up in the top 5, and he has fallen out, it looks like, of this race. Or not. Nope, he made an appearance. He's back on track now into 63. Wow, and he has fallen all the way back to the 30th position here, so I'm not sure what just took place there. He must have blinked out, and it maybe fell to the bottom and got out of the way, but there's Drift in the 14. Off the pace with a lot of damage right now. So thanks to our good friend, yeah, there's a lot of damage on that 14. Something must have happened at the beginning of the race that did not bring a caution out. But thanks to our good friends at TrackCams 4 Gourmet. You can check them out at trackcams22.com, giving you the most realistic broadcast that you will see on iRacing. I had a quote last night, actually, from Anthony Giuliano, who runs in the Lightspeed Racing League. They're actually about to start their race here in just a moment. Their race that will be broadcasting later on this week. But, he said to me after the race, he goes, Chris, my wife was telling me to put the race on that I was watching on my monitor on the TV. And the reason why she asked to put it on the TV is she actually thought it was a real NASCAR race. You can't make that up. That was what was said. That was so cool to hear. So definitely love what the camera work of TrackCams 4 Gourmet has done for us. Check them out, trackcams22.com. As Parker and Springer draft off each other here, Gennikin right there in the 3rd position. Caden Atkins and Brian Sutphin your top 5, as I mentioned. Trying to keep track of what happened there with Alex Cummings there in the 63 as he's fallen back 27 positions from the start of this race. Go back here, 17th position. Ben Pierce, who lost his streak of top 5 finishes in a row last week at Homestead Miami Speedway, was actually the first truck out. Running in the 17th position right now as he battles with Blaine Sparling, last season's champion. Down into turn 3 and 4 they go. Pierce getting a little tight. Here comes Alan Best. Going to look to his low side. And that 52 Union truck. So now the handling really starting to come into play. These trucks really kind of spreading out. And you can go about 30 laps on a tank of fuel. And this could easily be a 4-stop strategy unless you're able to somehow save enough fuel to get to the finish on 3 stops. There's the 48, Christopher Dean, the winner last week at Homestead, running in the top 10 right now, 7th position for him. Let's go back here, battle on for the 12th position, I believe this is. J.W. Miller working at a high side. You see Calhoun in front, and also the 22. Make that the 91 is Sam Fontaine. '78 of Cody Beatty settled in behind him there. And you got the Bondurant truck also right there. Back up front again for the lead. Parker just trying to hold up. You're in that high lane. This is a great multi-groove racetrack here. Let's see if Getty can get the run maybe and make the move to the inside. Not yet. Look at the racing, though. I'm watching everybody come off. Oh, contact with the leaders. And here comes Gennikin in the bottom. How did they both save that wreck and still hold on to the top two, and they're about to hit again? Oh, and now around goes the three. And caution's going to come out. Dylan Parker gets turned. And something tell me the tempers are flaring a little bit as the caution comes out for the first time. All right, so we got to go back. And let's start with the battle for the lead up here. It's all going to escalate here. Let's watch what happens in turn 3. They're still side by side there. Oh, they're just going to get into each other there. Not sure, just misjudgment maybe or something. A great save on both ends. And Gennikin's going to slide through to the lead. You know, it looked like maybe the three felt pinched a little bit, so he kind of made some room, and unfortunately they came together. Maybe the best call I can make off that. Close, though. Tight racing. They get tight here off the corner. And Springer and the three come together. And into the wall goes the three, not too hard. It might actually be okay. So with that happening, we actually have pit stops here. We're going to show those before we go back racing real quickly. This happened a lap ago as Gennikin going to bring the leaders down the pit road, and everybody comes down pit road. Four tires and fuel. And race off pit road, going to go to Springer. Calhoun actually going to come out second with potentially a fuel-only stop there. Gennikin third, Atkins and Dalton, but everybody but Calhoun taking tires. Now let's go back live because Dylan Parker is back on pit road in the 3 truck getting this thing fixed. See if he can get enough damage fixed to get this thing back in competitive shape. Here we go. Pace car lights are still on, actually. Pace truck lights are on. So this is your chance. Check out the fantasy page at GreatLakesSimRacing.com. If you've not had a chance to see this awesome website, you can be a part of fantasy racing on the website right now. I even do a fantasy video most Wednesday nights right before the race that you can watch right there on the YouTube stream. Unfortunately, it looks like Anthony Marshall out of the race due to some damage with the 40. So it looks like a little more carnage than the one truck involved. But you have a chance to win a butt kicker game or two, or even a Majors Garage Setup Shop All Access Pass by signing up for the fantasy. And all you got to do is go in there and make 4 picks with $550. And if you're a top 3 finisher each week, you are nominated. And drawing will happen at the end of the season. Matter of fact, I ended up winning a butt kicker last season. All right, so the truck we're going to keep an eye on here is the 99, the Sith Talk red truck there. The Toyota of William Calhoun. He is, I believe, on the same tires he started this race on in the second position. The rest of these guys on 4 tires, and I think Williams trying to go off strategy here and save a set of tires. So we'll have to see how this goes as we will come off turn 4 and come back to the green flag and a restart on lap 27. And you see Calhoun's already fallen back to 4th. Here's a run. Dane Cruz to the inside of Jason Dalton off turn 2. Ooh, Sutphin kind of blinking in a bad spot. 3 wide off 4. Look at this mess back here. Sean Peachin in there in the 21 truck. Fontaine all in that battle there at the bottom of the screen. You see the 4-hitter in the picture. There's the 28 of Brandon Alfin also. That single file train working off turn 4. They're all but wide open pretty much down these straightaways into the corners. And as the truck wears down a little bit, that's when you'll start seeing the handling really coming into play. Six of J.W. Miller working across his buddy there, Sean Peachin on the outside. J.W. you could say technically replaced Sean at Aced as he came back, made his return back from racing. We ride with the Northern Tool and Equipment truck, Mr. Long Run as I like to call him. JW doing a good job making a highline kind of roll here. A little crossover move. See if he gets to the inside to the quarter panel. Hits to that kangaroo. And JW making that pass for position. So that 6 truck looking pretty sporty this evening. Check back here on Dylan Parker after the incident, up to the 22nd position right now. So a lot of damage to work on that number 3 as he looks at the bottom of Pierce. I don't see too much damage. He might be okay. A little bit of damage down on the splitter, and that's about it. As up front, Clark Gennikin going to the lead. Now that right there is a man that I said earlier tonight in the fantasy video. I said this guy was the lowest value driver in the league. He was at $61. And I didn't say this part on the stream, but I'm going to say it right now. I thought about this after I did the production of it. Picking him at $61 in fantasy tonight was like taking a free space in a game of bingo. Back here, Alan Best, Zach Gallman. It's a battle for the 14th position here. There goes that Union truck to the inside, kind of slides up a little bit, had to burp the throttle. Allman's going to get a run on the high side here because of it. Well, maybe not. Allman gave it to him. Crosses him over, actually. Some great racing out here this evening, as always, after that Homestead race last week. The bar for this league, I think, has been set as max as possible. If not even, maybe there is room. Who knows? But one of the best races I saw last week at Homestead, one of the best I saw actually since I've watched iRacing and even started streaming and even raced at them. And they are putting on a great encore right now. Is there 3 wide back there? I'm trying to see what position that is. That's back at Dylan Parker. The 44 truck, that is someone. It's Telder. Matt Telder, number 12 in the league, but 44, he and Alex Cummings, those guys were 3 wide with Tim Averill right there behind them. So that 3 car must be doing pretty solid right now. That truck up to the 19th position, just being patient up through the field right now. Sutphin right now in the 8th position. We ride with him. Clark Gennikin's pulled away to about a half-second lead over Ricky Springer. Caden Atkins, J.W. Miller now up to the 4th spot. So we got Anthony Marshall off the track. Tyler Brewer also behind the wall. Chris Evans 1 lap down. And then the damaged car of Drift. So we got the drone watching him go through turn 1 and 2. On this Charlotte Motor Speedway, you see the Roval right here in the foreground. Bryce McCoon there in the 95 truck, running in the 12th position. Coming off the top 5 last week at Homestead. I mentioned the battle for the 14th spot there. You see the leaders putting a lap on Drift again, who got the lucky dog just a little bit ago. Just great racing all over the track here. Got a pass for position here as looks like Alan Best maybe lost his spot there. I see Alfin, the 28 truck, starting to get a run up here on the 41. That's Lucas Strayer. There's Parker and Cummings. Two of the trucks have started right up in the front of the field who have fallen back. And unfortunately have not been able to make up the track position so far. There's Telder driving in there pretty deep, slides up the track with Abril right behind him. Abril's going to get that run in a high sign here. So, like I said, I try to find you racing and passing everywhere. That is what the Captain Esports Network is all about. As we are 46 laps in. See a little bit of left side damage on the 52 as the 88, a little small blink there. Very tight off turn 2, as you see. As the 65 of Ben Pierce there with him. All the multi-groove racing around this track at Charlotte. This track was built back in 1961. Been part of some historic finishes. And unfortunately, some tragic events that have happened at this track. And, of course, the home of NASCAR pretty much when you look at it. Most of the teams right here out of the Charlotte area. Let's bounce back to the front of the field here. Clark Gennikin leading by 2/10 of a second over Ricky Springer. J.W. Miller third, and then the battle on for fourth is Dane Cruz and Jason Dalton back at it. So if you're watching this stream tonight and you're having a great time enjoying it, hit that subscribe button or follow or whatever you like to, if you're watching on Facebook or on Twitch or on YouTube, which you could do for all the broadcasts for the Captain Esports Network. You can hit that respective follow sign, and you can share it with your friends and family members and tell them if they're not watching anything on a Wednesday night, well, tell them they got some racing here that is pretty darn good. Alfin looking underneath of Zach Allman. So we should be coming up on green flag pit stops here momentarily, as we're about 28 laps into this run. Obviously take out a couple caution laps. And it looks like what will sequence into about a three-stopper. We already had one stop. Now, of course, tonight, the last American race that we will have here at Charlotte, or I should say in the Black Horizon Truck Series for the next 2 weeks as we will fly across the pond over to Japan, or across the Pacific Ocean, and spend 2 weeks at the Twin Ring Motegi. We'll be on the oval first next Wednesday night, and the following Wednesday we hit the road course at Twin Ring Motegi. Hopefully you'll come join us for that on Wednesday nights starting next week. But tonight we have a fantastic race going on here at Charlotte. And Hellfire Detroit, number 21, battling with the 11 of Bondurant, the 91 of Fontaine there on his inside. There's just great racing out here everywhere right now. Trying to find you all the battles I can. Brandon Alphin there behind the 54 of Zach Allman, getting a pretty good run off in that Chevrolet, but this fight up here, these guys just can't get away from each other. You see some heavy nose damage on the 95. Not sure where that came from with McCoon. Up here, I thought Miller and Atkins looked like they were side by side at one point. But Gennikin still continues to lead. Let's see who's going to be that first leader to make that move to pit road. Of course, they want to try to get to the lap 62 mark. If they could do that, then you're looking at a one-stop strategy to get to the finish of this race. You ever want to know what it's like to watch a race at Charlotte Motor Speedway in person? You're seeing it right here. And you see the first car coming to pit road. It's Sean Peach, and the 21 is in. The Indiana-born driver now making his home in Rock Vegas. Slides into his pit stall. Right side tires going on. And more pit stops as we see other trucks coming down pit road, and that includes the leader, Clark Gennikin, coming to pit road with Springer. You see Noah Maori leaving pit road. The 54 is in. Right side tires going on. There's the 63 of Cummings coming on to pit road. Four tires and fuel, and look at that race off pit road. Gennikin's going to hold it, but this should bring everybody else to pit road really quickly. And look at this train. Oh, trouble. Sam Barnes and Drift at the end of pit road. Barnes has put the Aurelio Pizza truck in the inside wall, Drift in the outside wall. Not a good night for the 14. No caution. We stay green as they cleared it up. So all this going on, green flag pit stops. Blaine Sparling leaving pit road, Alan Best. And right now the lead belongs to Cody Beatty in the 78 truck. And now caution is out. Trouble on the track. Looking for it. I am not sure where to find it. A caution that Maori's off the pace here. But right at the end of green flag pit stops, a yellow comes out at lap 60. And I think it might be for Caden Atkins in the 2 truck. Seeing if I can find it. It's going to be a minute here before I can get the replay for you, so stand by. As everybody checks up. Lucky Dog, they're going to go to the 20 of Robert Johnson. Right now I'm currently looking through the race log. That's how I'm trying to find. Let's see if I found it. Yeah, it looks like Caden's off tracks. I don't know where it happened. Already under caution at this point. There's the issue with Barnes. That did not bring the caution out. But then something happens on the track. A lot of trucks on pit road here. We're looking for it. If I have to, I'll pull my old caution car trick out. There's the caution lights. Could this be it? It was Brandon Alphin at 28. Oh, no. Watch in the background. Loses the back end into the inside wall. And caution comes out. A tough break for the 28. Still running 29th. Now he's a lap down after suffering damage. I'm sure he's going to be very disappointed after that. Uh-oh. Tyler Brewer going to be changing engines, it looks like, in that 40 truck. So we should get one to go this time by, as we are just shy. Actually, just past 60 laps to go. I don't know how to count tonight, apparently. But appreciate everybody watching this evening. Been a lot of fun. Let's take a look at the race summary. So far, after 66 laps, Clark Gettikin leads. 2 cautions, 7 laps. 35 drivers started this race tonight. And the fastest lap of the race, Brian Sutphin, at 30.5. And the weather right now, cloudy and 76, track temp at 79, humidity at 49%, and winds blowing from the south at 6 miles an hour. Appreciate you guys watching tonight, and hopefully you've enjoyed. I definitely have sat back and enjoyed this race. I mean, having 35 trucks out here putting on a great show like this, what more can you ask for, right? Now, I'm not sure if something's being situated here. That's why we're having a little bit of an extended caution right now. Pace truck's actually going to pull off here. We're going to have pretty much a single file restart because of the way the pit stops worked out. Here we go. Green flag is out, and let's turn it up on the Captain Esports Network. Oh, one truck up against the wall. We got trouble right up here. The 46 of Cruz with the pit road. I'm trying to see where that black and red truck is. Looks like everything's staying green right now. And I'll quiet back down and continue. I could probably do that all night if I wanted to. But let's focus on the race here. Bondurant to the inside of Fontaine. This is the 12th position. As Ricky Springer is taking the lead from Gennikin. Dane Cruz, Cody Beatty, Sean Peach in your top 5 right now. Bryce McCoon there in the 14th position right there behind him. And Tyler Brew has changed his engine. Let's see if we see the 40 back on the track now. The virtual engine. There's the one truck of Brandon Trujembo. Haven't said his name all night. That white, blue, and I think that's orange, number 1. Started back in the 33rd position, up here in 20th right now. As we hit the 50 laps to go mark next time by. So our rest of the schedule this week, coming up Friday night, that'll be the next time we're on the air. We actually have a very special race coming up. Of course, the BPRL guys are done now until January. However, we are getting ready for some fun racing coming up as part of a league. As the Stars and Stripes Racing Series. I had to remember which one. I got so many daggum Discord pages. But coming up, the Dega 250 race will start at 8:30 Eastern Time. And that is coming up Friday night from Talladega Super Speedway. Looking forward to being a part of that. It'll be a little bit of a fun night race to be a part of. Battle here for position. There's Bryce McCoon, the 95. Tim Abril, the 88. Teammates there with the 69 of Jason Clark, who's having a good run up there in that Cal Tire truck. The 8 there of Noah Miari right behind them. This is, where are we at here? 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th positions. And up front, the lead battle is on. Drift jumps out of the way as Gennikin's on the outside, Springer on the inside, and Dane Cruz lurking. How about Cody Beatty into this picture in the 4th spot? Cody, the Indianapolis winner from last season. Springer going to clear for the lead. Here comes Cruz for second. And look at this. Here comes Dane, who got his first career win last season at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's his only win so far, but that is not for a lack of chances he has had to win a race. Looking to finish the deal tonight at Charlotte. Now, these two have been stuck all night, it seems like, to each other. Miller and Sean Peach in for position. There's Jason Dalton right behind him. And how about a 54 truck of Zach Allman all of a sudden showing up in the top 10? It's all about being consistent. If you can just run laps and stay out of trouble, you'll pop up there. And that's exactly what has happened here. Oh, and look at this gaggle, shall we call it, of trucks. That is the 8 of Noah Maori, the 99 of Calhoun, the 69 at Dalton, Sparling, McCoon, Best, all here in this fight. This is, let's see if I get the numbers right, 16th through 21st. So we'll see one more pit stop here before the end of this race. That has only seen the 2 cautions so far. Up here, this is for the 6th position. Dalton looking underneath the 6 of J.W. Miller. Meanwhile, up front, Dane Cruz has made his move. He has got by Ricky Springer for the lead, and Genniken has moved to second. Let's watch that pass. I see he just clears him in turn 1. So Ricky, I'm not sure if with a little bit of damage, maybe feeling some effect in the truck. The Cruz out to a pretty good size lead as you see Dalton has gone by Miller, and also there's Christopher Dean, the 48 truck, making moves. So great racing here tonight. As we've talked about numerous times throughout these couple of weeks of racing, and I know we've got a podcast we're actually going to record as soon as we're done with this race tonight. And then we're got another podcast we're going to record at the end of this week because we're behind a week, unfortunately, podcast-wise. But when we launch the here for the GLSR, the one thing I think we're going to talk about a lot is how close the competition is in this series. I mean, we've got trucks that ran up front earlier. They're not even near the front anymore. And we've got trucks that ran mid-pack to the back. They're back up front. Tyler Brewer's like, I'm just going to go get a bowl of ice cream and watch. Again, next Wednesday night, we fly to Japan. And the league makes its debut at the Twin Ring Motegi Oval, which is another pretty close to a 1.5 mile track. Egg-shaped, very interesting track. We'll run it next Wednesday night, 8:45 Eastern Time, and then go to the road course the following Wednesday night at Twin Ring Motegi. Ben Pierce back here with Cedric Ingram. The 19 truck. Cedric with the orange soda. There's the 78. How about this run? Cody Beatty has done a fantastic job tonight in the 78. Up here competing for a win. Only about a second and a half off the lead. And he is going to be the first to come to pit road. J.W. Miller is going to come with him. Here comes Sean Peachin. Pit stops have started. And now Ricky Springer from third. Going to follow him in. Beatty 14.3. Good stop for him. J.W. Miller 14.4. Peachin a 15.2. Well, let's follow Tiki Slinger down pit road. And a couple others. Four tires and fuel for the 5-1, and he pulls away. 14.8, not a bad stop. Dane Cruz continuing to lead. Out here on his own, down the back straightaway, there's Christopher Dean. As we continue back to pit road, Calhoun leaving. Zach Allman leaving pit road, and here comes the leader, Cruz. That'll hand the lead to Fontaine and Telder, two of the KJD2 cars. Right side tires going on. And Cruz pulls away. Yeah, it was a 14.5 there, so there's your leaders coming to pit road now, Fontaine and teammate Telder. And now caution is out. Once again in the middle of green flag pit stops, caution comes out. Looking around for it. Oh, I think it's for Dean. I just realized I think I know who it is. Christopher Dean, last week's winner at Homestead. Once again, a truck gets out of shape off turn 2, coming off pit road, and Kaplumi into the wall, and Ingram glues him. Well, you can feel like a hero one week and not so big of a hero the next week. Racing is so humbling. And once again, caution comes out, and that is going to pull out the old Yahtzee can, and we're going to shake things up. And Blaine Sparling leading this race coming to pit road. And it looks like, by the way, it's going to cycle out. Cody Beatty is going to be the leader in the 78 truck. And I think this is an opportunity for us to talk. I think we're going to talk to this 78 truck. after our third caution this evening. Let's get everything set up real quickly here. Cody, you got a copy, bud?
I got you.
Hey, man. So you and I have been racing around each other for a very long time. You know, I've broadcast some of your races, but we've raced plenty of times. How does it feel to be in a field that has this much talent and this hard of racing, knowing that if you make one mistake, you could be sitting back in 30th?
It's kind of weird right now because, like you said, this field's really talented, and I mean, all these guys are, and it's kind of crazy right now to be up here at the front. But it's going to be very interesting these last about 25 laps for sure.
And you're up here leading. You're running up there in the top 4, some big-time names up there, and you know, obviously Charlotte, a track that is taking care of you here, at least especially tonight. What is it going to take for you to hold these guys off and keep a top 5 finish potentially, if not a win?
A lot of luck and just saving my tires like I did in the last run. It helped me with the undercut to get the lead. I was really hoping it was going to stay green because now everybody's stacked back up. But it's going to be really interesting. Hopefully we can just survive and hopefully get a win. But I'll take a top 5 and a 0X to get out of here.
There you go. Well, great job tonight, man. It's good to see you up there in the front with these talented names, and wish you the best, bud.
Thanks, Gallo. Roll Tide.
He says it well there. Roll Tide, a big-time Bama fan, as you might see in some of the photos, especially if you go check out the fantasy page right now at GreatLakesSimRacing.com. Yes, you can play fantasy racing. It is not a joke. You can go there, and the fantasy racing, you can choose between these drivers right here to be in your lineups and win prizes from Butt Kicker and also from the Majors Garage. And a really cool deal right there. As a matter of fact, I am looking at my lineup, and I'm trying to remember if I might have made a mistake tonight. Not that I, purposely did, but actually, I guess I can't see who I picked. Anyways, yeah. I'll have to look next week. But I'm trying to remember if I picked Treppa or not, who's not in this race tonight. Unfortunately, didn't make it from work, it looks like, on time. So we could have easily had 40 trucks start this race at one point. All right, so get ready to go back racing here with 21 laps to go. Cody Beatty, Clark Yenick, Dane Cruz, Ricky Springer, J.W. Miller, your top 5, Sean Peachin.
Everybody needs to work on green flag pit stops.
I hear a little communication going on here. I don't remember turning on the mic. But anyways, that confused me. I thought, I'm like, why am I hearing noises? Anyways. Yeah, Sean Peachin 6, Jason Dalton, Zach Allman, Brian Sutphin, Lucas Strayer, your top 10 now. As we will come back to the green flag with 22 laps to go. Here we go. Allman going to try to shoot it 3 wide, makes a better move out of it. Springer looking to the low side for the lead. Look back here, Sean Peachin rolling that high side up into the wall. It looked like maybe some net code, maybe not. It was very tight, though, between him and the 54, and into the wall goes to 21. They stay green. We're right on board with the 54. You look up there, you see Blaine Sparling, the 59, under attack. That is Sutphin in that 26 truck. And Isaac Morris joining us tonight. Oh, whoa. That was about as close to contact as you could have back here. Was that there? Oh, it was Caden Atkins. It looked like maybe Peachin. But JT watching also tonight on the stream. I was starting to say hello to him, but then I saw the two trucks almost touching up here. Cody able to hold on right now as the battles for second. Dane Cruz to the outside. As Clark running into third position with J.W. Miller back there. And Cruz is, they are leaning on each other through these corners. And one bobble. Genick and J.W. Miller, these guys could be pouncing or they could all be wrecking. Cody is loving the view he is seeing right now. He has got that foot probably through the floorboard right now. How about that truck right there behind J.W. Miller? That is the 7th position. That's Lucas Strayer in the 41 truck having a fun run. And finally, Cruz does clear Springer for second. J.W. going to roll that high side. However, it gets a little tight, had to get out of the gas. I just want to sit back and watch this with you guys. This has been so much fun. These 3 races that we have had has made Wednesday nights a night that I am very excited for each and every time we have a race going on. JW losing a couple more spots, back to 10th right now. Oh, here comes Cruz for the lead. Beatty going to run the Larson line off 4. Oh, and trouble in the back. Oh, one truck goes really flying. Fontaine, J.W. Miller, Ben Pierce. One truck's in the infield somewhere. Fourth caution. I have no clue who the truck is that went flying. With 10 laps to go, caution back out. Let's see if I can find this wreck. There's the contact with Miller and Fontaine. Bondering into the wall. Bam! Oh, it's Caden Atkins that goes flying. Another truck involved there. That's the 88 of April. Needless to say, that truck is not going to return anytime soon. We got one more time, and you know what we're about to do. On board with Caden. He gone. And yes, he lands on the roval. You can't make this up. He lands on the roval. Even more impressive, he stuck the landing. All right, so it looks like everybody has stayed out except first truck on the pit road. I'm getting, from what I'm seeing on the screen, is Justin Bondurant, who's got damage. Looks like a bunch of trucks with damage all coming to pit road here. Who is going to win this Precision Plus Setup Shop 180 here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway as we wrap up the fourth caution of the night? One that sent Caden Atkins into the infield on the roval in midair. So we should get one to go this time by and go racing with what will appear to be about 6 laps to go. I kind of did drift. Kind of did. Apparently you weren't a fan of pizza, huh? All right, here we go. Pace truck going to pull off. We'll go back green. And Dan Cruz on it. Here we go. Springer trying to help. Get it, hooks him into the wall. And this is going to be a big wreck. Tellner involved with Miori. McCune gets hit. Clark is destroyed, and once again, another huge race for Clark. It goes up in smoke. By lap 117, caution back out. See if I can get it back to the restart. Here we go. Well, and the other teammate there, Precision Plus teammate, gets involved. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, Springer gets in the back of the 81 there. Not sure if it was just a bad bump draft or something there or what. But either way, caution is out for the second time, for the fifth time, I believe it is now, fifth or sixth. And we are lining up for what will likely be potentially a green-white checker finish here. I have a feeling that the boxing ring is going to be very active this evening. Matter of fact, I am going to take a peek at it right now. Oh, there's one person that's mentioned something, but nothing about anybody. So again, next week it is the Twin Ring Motegi racetrack, the Oval. We'll be there next Wednesday night, and then the following Wednesday night, the road course at Twin Ring Motegi. You can join us at 8:45 both nights. Friday night, a special race for the Stars and Stripes Racing League. We'll have that for you, 8:45 Eastern from Talladega Super Speedway. Tomorrow night, of course, the night off for me, as I actually have my IndyCar league that I admin. And then Saturday night, the Velocity Online Racing Series. They'll be back in action. Looking forward to that stop on the track. And then Sunday night, we'll have the Lightspeed Racing League and the broadcast of the Next Gen race, which is actually probably about wrapped up by now from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. All right, so unofficially, this will be a green-white checker finish. We're still at lap 121. So this will not count towards the 2. But Dane Cruz, Ricky Springer, Jason Dalton, Zach Allman, Lucas Strayer, your top 5. Cody Beatty is 6th. Blaine Sparling 7th. Sutphin, Telder, and Maori, your top 10. Oh, I kind of like that name, JT. All right, here we go. Cruz on the pedals. We go back green. .41 is Strayer making a poke to the inside there, not able to get the run as Springer gets the run to the high side into turn 3. Dalton trying to hold on. Dalton moves to second. As Allman is on his shape and a white flag is out. Final lap here at Charlotte. Cruz trying to break the draft to the inside. It was the second race of the season at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Cruz went to victory lane for his first time. He's been winless since. That ends tonight. Win number 2. Dane Cruz, your winner at Charlotte. Dalton second. Strayer, top 3 finish for him. Blaine Sparling, Ricky Springer, top 5. And some contact between Springer and Dalton. And I have a feeling the contact's not done here. And the 3 and the 51 saying hello to each other. So PPM getting the victory tonight. It was a wild race. Going to have some angry drivers, as we're already seeing it. But one happy driver going to be the driver of the 46 tonight, going to victory lane this evening. As we look at your final finishing order, the Precision Plus Setup Shop 180 as Cruz wins it by 0.6 over Jason Dalton. Lucas Strayer 3rd. Blaine Sparling 4th and Ricky Springer 5th. Cody Beatty, William Calhoun, Zach Allman, Brian Sutphin, and Alan Best going to get a top 10 finish. Noah Maori 11th. Robert Johnson 12th. Jason Clark 13th. Sean Peachin 14th. Dylan Parker 15th. Brandon Trujembo 16th. Telder 17th. Alex Cummings 18th, Robert Lukin, Sam Barnes, your top 20. Clark Gennikin, Bryce McCoon, Justin Bondurant, J.W. Miller, and Sam Fontaine, Pierce, Ingram, Abril, Atkins, and Dean. All these guys all had trouble tonight, especially towards the end of this race. Drift, Evans, Alphin, Tyler Brewer, and Anthony Marshall, the 35th and final driver in the standings. let's get down here and talk to our winner. Another big finishers in this race as Dane celebrates here another win. He's still out there cutting burnouts and having a good old time. Dane, congratulations, man. What a race for you as you just kind of battled and hung out there and finally just worked your way up there towards the front at the end of this race and finally get that monkey off your back after winning that race at Atlanta last season. You finally get win number 2.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been in here for one of these interviews, man. My last top 10 was Michigan last season, so that should be a tall tale clue on how far I fell off. But it feels really good to win this one.
Yeah,
getting it done.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
I mean, talk about the racing. Obviously, it's been some fun racing out there. I know it got a little wild there at the end, but you were able to just make moves when you needed to, and you were able to get the lead back at about, 20 or 30 laps to go in that long run. And just talk about that pass for the lead and how you were able to hold off these guys for the win.
Yeah, it's unfortunate what happened to Clark, first of all, because he was helping me out a lot. He was going to be a team player and stick behind me. Wasn't going to make too many moves, and unfortunately he just got wiped out, so that sucks. But the battle up front was really fun, actually. A lot of hard racing, and fortunately it was clean enough so I could get to the lead. And then a caution came out, so I just got to jump everyone on the restart, and it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, it was a fantastic finish, and of course, I know a lot of pressure. I would say on your team there because let's face it, you guys were the team last season, and now you've got a lot of great competition in here, and obviously probably a little bit of a relief that you guys were able to come out here and win this race.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what keeps happening to everyone else. Caden had an incident. Noah, I don't know. Hammond, I think he finished pretty good. So, wait, did he? Where'd he finish?
Almond finished 8th, but you might want to check on the two. Caden might be the guy to check on. I think he landed in the Roval.
Did he? Oh, well, he was talking there towards the end, so I think he might be all right.
We landed on all 4 wheels, so that might have been a positive too. But great job this evening, man. Shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
I want to thank Precision Plus Race Setups. They sponsored this race. I got them on the side of my truck. Feels good to win this race. Nice Designs making this truck. Beautiful scheme. Dream Clothing hopping on for another season. And all my teammates at Peak Performance Motorsports. Like to thank them.
Well, great job tonight. Go celebrate till you run out of gas, and we will talk to you next week in Japan. Konnichiwa.
See ya.
And that is Dane Cruz there in the victory lane. Going to celebrate tonight. He'll be the final winner on American soil for 3 weeks. So that'll be a good thing there. But let's go and get our second place finisher here. Trying to see what room I'm in. There I am. I'm already watching the the boxing ring is blowing up, guys. I just, yeah, if you're in Discord, you'll know what I'm talking about. The boxing ring is blowing up. I'm actually going to type real quick. All right, so let's go talk to our second place driver, and this one is going to be I think a pretty happy second place finisher, and I'm sure there'll be some anger there too because I saw what happened at the end of the race. But Jason Dalton, where is he? He's gonna be down in his channel down here. Maybe, yeah, there he is. He's down here having the usual video chat that Fontaine and Telder always have. It usually takes about 6.5 hours to go through, but Dalton joins us here. Dalton, let me interrupt that meeting. Trust me, you're not missing anything. I know how the Fontaine Telder videos go. But a second place finish tonight, man. You definitely represented your uncle very well tonight with him on the side of the truck, and a great finish for you.
Yeah, man, it was a good run for me. The truck seemed to do pretty good all night. I was pretty decent on the long runs there as far as tire conversation and stuff. But, yeah, man, just real happy to represent this truck and what it stands for tonight. I mean, it means a lot to me to run that good.
And you went out there and got yourself another great finish tonight. I know I'm trying to think back to your last couple of races here. You've had some ups and downs, if I remember correctly, and stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong. But still, that run that's early enough in the season for someone like you who was a really competitive playoff driver last season.
Yeah, I've got involved in a couple wrecks here early in the season, but hopefully we can turn that around here with this and build a little momentum moving forward.
Well, great job tonight, man. Like I said, it was a fun run for you tonight. I know looked like maybe some issues potentially at the end there, but still you crossed the line second, got that finish earned, and congratulations to you and your team there, and shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, and what can I say, man? This is for my uncle. Means a lot to me, and I love him. I miss him, and for Stephen and Kevin out there, man, this is dedicated to y'all. And he may be gone, but he's never forgotten, man. I love all y'all, love my family, and all the support I get. And we're going to hammer down this season in honor of him.
There you go, man. Well said. Well said. He's a family man, and one that I respect very much for what he stands for out here on this track and stuff. Even it's a simulator, but who cares? He gets out here and he shows his emotions on the track, and I have no problem with that. It's so cool to see. Jason, nice job, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Jason Dalton finishing in the second position this evening. And let's go and talk with our third place finisher. Actually, move Dalton to that channel. I was about to move him up to the channel where everybody's at. Our third place finisher tonight. How about this one? This might be an upset pick right here, but Lucas Strayer went out and he earned it tonight. I think the worst thing that Lucas Strayer had tonight in this race is the Pikachu. That is his face on Discord. But other than that, it was a pretty good night tonight for Lucas, man. Where'd you come from?
According to my thing, I started 31st.
Yeah,
so
back there.
yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I'm known in this league as the guy who wrecks out a lot, probably. So.
Oh, come on now.
Look at last season stats, man. But yeah, I wrecked out a lot of club. I couldn't even run Homestead, so my goal was just survive. I know I'm pretty fast. I usually run up front, but I usually can't make it to the end. So goal was just survive, kind of just ride, take care of the tires. Yeah, I kind of lucked into that one. There was some beating and banging near the end, and I kind of just snuck through and got third. So I'll take it. Happy for Grip Marketing and Fierce, and let's hear it for Millennium Motorsports. Like the Millennium Enterprises. I'm happy I can finally do something for them. I mean, it's been rough. Yeah, I'm happy. I'll take it.
You deserve to be happy, man. A good third place finish. You haven't had the best luck so far, as you said, but you know what? It's never too late to turn it around. You went out there tonight. You ran a flawless race. You got through the trouble and stuff, and you had a chance to win at the end, which is great. Now I got to ask this question: how do you persevere into Japan next week and keep it going?
If it's a road course, I'm expecting myself to be on
It's
top
an
of
oval.
a tire barrier.
It's an oval.
Okay, the oval I'll be fine. The tire barrier, I'm probably gonna be on top of a wall. So I can't road race to save my. If it's an F3 car, I can, but not a truck. But yeah, happy for the team. I know they didn't have the best race, and ironically, it's usually the other way around where I'm wrecked out and they're getting good finishes. So glad I could be the team leader for that. And shout out to Ben for painting my truck. It's a cool truck. It looks awesome.
Well, great.
Yeah,
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, let's go shotgun some beer.
Shotgunning beers. I like it. There we go. Great job tonight. And I'm just enjoying what's in the boxing ring right now. So congratulations, and go celebrate with a beer or 3 or 4 or 10.
Dude, give me some popcorn for this boxing ring. I'm having fun too.
Right? And some weirdo just posted a weather lady getting hit by a stop sign. The weirdo. Anyways, congratulations.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the broadcast, man.
You too. That is Lucas Strayer. And for those who don't know, it was me that posted that photo. But anyways, we go from there. Great job to everybody in this race. I mean, you know what? This kind of stuff's going to happen when you have a league this well, and it's something that I brought up in the first podcast. When you have a series that has drivers of this kind of talent now racing in it, the hardest thing you're going to have is drivers keeping themselves in check. And you know what? We had some great racing tonight. We had some mistakes made. It's okay, but you're going to see the fire now, and that's what we're watching in the boxing ring right now. Is some people are obviously apologizing and going on, but there's others who are letting the fire out, so to say. So with that said, we're going to move on to the Twin Ring Motegi track in Japan, which is going to be a fun one next Wednesday night at 8:45 Eastern Time here on the Captain Esports Network. So let's go and enjoy that and enjoy the rest of our week as we get ready for a lot of fun. And next time you'll see me on the air will be Friday night for the Stars and Stripes special event at Talladega Super Speedway. So we're looking forward to enjoying our Friday night. So with that said, let's go home and let's, you know what, I'm kind of up the, I like the idea that Lucas said, let's just go shotgun some beers or something. Anyways, remember, this ain't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!